Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well on this lovely Monday afternoon. It is raining. I tried to get a message out to Facebook. I'm having a bit of a problem because I can't get into Facebook, but obviously this works. I obviously just came from the dentist. That's one of the reasons why I'm streaming today instead of tomorrow. Now, tomorrow and Wednesday I'm working. Friday I'm working, so the next time I'll stream is probably Thursday if I don't have to show the house. Now, I wanted to go live on Sunday, but unfortunately I had people coming over to view the house. So the house had to be pretty immaculate. I know, right? I'm alive today. Wow, 3 of you. Yay! Oh my. Why is this bug always? We have this nasty. Hi, Arnie. Wow. So we are coloring today from Sagor Och Sagnor. Now, this book sadly is out of print. So, you know, it is out of print. I have the sheet to protect the paper behind it because the paper behind it has this little Red Riding Hood. So, you know, when you press, sometimes it gets into the other pages. So this is just to protect the other pages in the book. So this is wax paper. I don't remember. I know. It's like, so, like, I think there are a few places that you can maybe find it, but it's really hard to find it. So these are my Muji pencils, as anybody knows. I'm trying to use them up, actually, if believe it or not. Yeah, I'm actually trying to use them up. So this is number 8. I'm trying to use them up. So that's part of the thing, too. This is too light of a color, but that's okay. These are Muji pencils. I'm trying to use them up because I got them at the airport and they no longer make these. So I'm like, you know what? So these are like the only pencils that I kept ever in the container that they are on. Facebook is down. I couldn't even get into it. And that's sad because that's how I've been talking to my mother because I left my phone at work. So tomorrow I'll get my phone back. But I have to leave my computer on tonight because I'll have the alarm. I did the things with the alarm. So I figured out how I could do a bunch of these things without my phone. So. Maybe you have gathered I'm probably coloring this the wrong way. Some people say I color wrong, but you know what? Color the way that makes you feel happy. If you want a straight color, straight color. If you want to blend and layer, layer for life. Now, some people do just that amazing job, just layer. And some people do great jobs at straight coloring. You know, I think one of the reasons why I like color by numbers is because I don't have to think about it when I'm doing it. And don't worry, we have our lovely thing in here. Too bad I couldn't do that with Facebook because that's how I get a lot of my messages out to you guys when I'm live. You know, you guys are not getting me for 2 more days. I didn't know there was a right way either. Apparently, we have what we call color snobs in the community. You know, no, I was looking through my books. I think I'm going to get rid of the Kelly Gorman calendar too, because it takes up a lot of room. You know, a lot of these things take up room. Like, and I've colored most of the images in it, and what's left of images I don't want to color. So I'm like, at this point, it's like I have to be not emotional about what I get rid of, what I give away. You know. And right now I'm down to 596 books, so I think that's a nice jump. Trying to see if there's any more greens I've missed. That way I know not to use it again. That's how I figure out what to use. So what color should we make these? Just thinking about purple. Yeah, let's make these purple. I know. And Kelly, that's down from 700 and something books from last year. I think the total was 770. Last year, the year before this one, the year before COVID, it was like 770. So, hi, Robin. How are you? Well, this is purple. We're coloring from Sagor Och Sagnor today. And we're coloring with my Mujis today. I want to use them up, so. Yeah, I would have streamed Sunday, but I had to leave my house. It's a journey for me to figure out what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping. I also had to go to the post office today where they raised the prices today. The post office raised the prices. Now I found out I have to do two things at the dentist. So I had to get a filling. The tooth that he fixed and saved. Yeah, I had to leave the house for 2 hours because of a showing here. So I was not happy about it because I was like, where am I going to go for 2 hours? And then I was trying to go to a movie. Figured that'd kill at least an hour and a half or 2 hours. I couldn't even get seats to see the movie I wanted to see. So I basically spent it outside near my house and just looked at the water, went to the park, went underneath the highway because there's seats there. This is like a lovely little, they've redone some of the stuff underneath my house. And so there's a nice little place where you could sit by the water. They've made all these places where you could sit by the water. I finished the book I was reading, High Voltage, and now I started a new book on my Kindle, which I have to charge it up again. It's almost out of battery again. It's called Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff, and I'm really enjoying it, even though it's really much darker than I would have liked the book to have been. It is really dark. It is a really dark book. I'm good. Hello, Heavenly. I know you were surprised, so we'll put that in there. What color can we put in there? Now I'm looking for a red. I don't think I have reds left in this set. What do I have left in this set? Do I have a red left in this set? Why don't I have a red? I have no reds. I think that's a red. Oh, wait. One red. I couldn't get into Facebook, to tell you the truth. Really, really could not get into Facebook. I was really upset. Right? Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I would have been upset I did not work because I was like, oh, I can't stream, I can't talk. Well, right now it's raining by where I live, so. Nice sharp red. Now I'm trying to use up these pencils, actually. These are Muji. So, not just here. I'm glad YouTube is working. But then I would have been really upset, been like, why is it not working? Yeah, well, I went to the dentist today and I found out I need work. I need to get a fill in. I need to get a cap done. So I'm like, ah. So I got a cleaning and x-rays done. Mm, that's sad. I'm actually reading a new book right now by J. Christoph called Empire of the Vampire. It's really dark. I pre-ordered it a few months ago and then downloaded to my thing. So I finished the last book in the Fever series, aka also the Danny O'Malley series. So I finished that. So I was really proud of that. And I'm down to 596 books, guys. I'm really happy. I have only a few left to do in my Mermaid Color by Number book, so I'm doing the bonus section right now of that, and I'm actually redoing a picture I did in another book. So it's almost like yeah. So yeah, you have to sign the contracts and all the other stuff. So I'm very happy that your house sold. So then we get the red. So I'm really happy for you, Michelle. So what color should we do this castle? Blue, orange, green, yellow, brown. Oh, November 18th. That's awfully fast. So that's awfully fast. Brown. Seeing what my browns are in the set. It's hard because this is like kind of like a weird set without the names on the colors. I color the outer part brown. You know. No, it's been weird here for me. Having all my medical issues this week, and then another like I fixed one medical issue, and now I have another medical issue. It's always when I do well financially that my medical issues hit me. It's like I can't even get ahead financially. It's like whenever I get ahead financially, I always go to my doctors and things like that. I know that I sound petty and childish, but I was looking good. I was doing well financially, but now that I'm going to have to do all this stuff, it's like I have to take a hit financially. No, I have insurance, but insurance only covers so much. The things that insurance don't cover. And these pencils work really good in this because these are Muji's. They're not a pencil I use too often, but I'm using them up. I'm trying to use them up because I don't want to take them with me. So I'm trying to use them up. So these are the pencils I'm using up. Exactly, Carly. It's like you get a little nest egg. You start to get a little nest egg, and then boom. Nope, do not pass go. You need to fix us first. Oh no, don't tell me this happens. Every time I always have a problem with my sharpeners and these pencils. The Mujis are horrible because to sharpen the Mujis is a horrible thing. They seem not to like a lot of sharpeners. My swordfish doesn't like them, obviously. Usually my swordfish likes everything. I'm thinking yellow. I don't know why, but I'm thinking yellow. Or like a yellowish orange, because I'm thinking these are going to be orange, the flowers. So I'm thinking, look at that. I'm having a hard time with these pencils. This seems to like sharpening these. These are not funny. Let's see if the app mat will work on these. Oh, we'll work the app mat. That's this one. This is an app mat. That's because I'm a hard presser, not a light presser. I'm thinking yellow. Yeah, and I had a little wonton soup after work. After I was done with the dentist, I went to the Big Long's restaurant. Now it's been closed for a while because they were doing some renovations in the store. So that then so I was really happy to see them back. I really enjoy their food a lot. Their Chinese food is really good. It's like where all the locals go in Chinatown. It was a little weird to shop there because I'm like the only non-Asian person in the restaurant ordering food. So it was like a weird feeling to be like the only non-Asian person. And that's the other thing I'll miss. I'll miss going to Chinatown. Like I love Chinatown, going to Chinatown for food and things. It's like their food is really good. And these are expensive to get. If you want these pencils, they're very, very expensive to get. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I saw them go for like $60 or $70 for a small set of these. That's because they don't make them anymore. The company went out of business that made these. Yeah, this is going to be yellow. I think this is going to. Hi, Night Owl. How are you? I'm good. Went to the dentist, got a cleaning. I'm on a Monday. Normally, I'm not on a Monday. Normally because I'm working on Mondays normally, but this week because I had a dentist appointment, I had to shift around my days. So everything is really pretty. Like I love these colors in there. So there's a yellow, like a yellowish orange. So this is an orange. Well, I needed the cleaning anyway, but the hygienist was like, "Let me take X-rays. Let me take X-rays." And I'm like, "No, no, no," because I don't like when they take X-rays because it's more money. And she goes, "Let me just take 2 X-rays," and I was like, "Fine," because there were 2 areas that worried her. So I was like, "No, I'm fine. I don't feel pain. I don't like." She goes, "That's good that you're not feeling pain," but I always hate fucking cleanings. I hate them. I know they're mandatory, but I hate doing them. I shouldn't say I hate doing them. I just don't like the orange. Damn, that looks like a reddish orange. Mm-hmm. What do you mean your pain medications are missing from your doctor? Did they not refill them, or did they just wait for your doctor? Why don't you call your doctor then? Have your husband call your doctor then and see what's taking so long, because that's not acceptable if you're in pain. No, I mean, they think, la la la, that we're all bitches, little bitches, and complainers. That's not really the truth. When I was getting these done, my nails done, and they still look good. And this is from a gel manicure that I did last week. Because I had to get that pain medication, right? But it has a really nasty side effect, that pain medication. So, and I had to tell the dentist what the girl I was taking, what medication I was on. And I got there no problem. I walked to my dentist. Luckily, I've had my cane with me. I can walk now a little bit on my foot and things like that. But on my way home, I saw where the M15 stopped, so I was really happy that the bus stopped. So it's like a process, like anything else. It's like everything is a process. So once you get the contract, yeah, we're calling from Sagor today. The house was very, very clean on Sunday when I left it. But I had to leave the house for like 2.5 hours, maybe even more, because I couldn't be in the house when they're showing it. Yeah, those are the rules. You can't be in the house when you're seeing it. Because the last time I saw the house was when we lived in Brooklyn. And I remember people saying, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this." Those are never the easiest things to do. Those are like never the easiest messes. Those are like the hardest messes to go through someone's papers. You know, I almost feel like it's a violation in some way, and then in some ways I don't feel like it's a violation. If that makes any sense to you? Well, I mean, it's like I feel like I'm violating that person's space. Let's think about what color we can make the flowers. So think about what color we can make the flowers. It's like I feel like I've gone through so many of my papers, my things, you know, I've had to reorganize things, you know, move and clarify so many of your things that you don't need. And start going through them and you're like, well, do I really need this? Do I really want to keep this? You know, it's like moving to me is like a great cleanup thing to me. You know? Some books, even if I finish them, I'm not going to get rid of them because, like, I paid too much money. Like any of the Clara books. This is number 24. And, you know, I was saying to my mother, well, my mother was like, you need to get rid of some of these books, you know, and a lot of things I've given to my nieces, I've given away to you, I've given away to charity stuff, you know, like homeless shelters and women's shelters. Damn, this is a good coffee. You know, I had to pay a little bit more money today because I had taken the x-rays and I really did not want to take the x-rays, but they were like insistent that I take 2 of them. So I was like, ah. Oh no, we're talking about coloring books, not regular books. So I'm reading actually right now, Night Out. I just started reading Empire of the Vampire on my Kindle. I got it as a Kindle book. I saw that it was by Jay Kristoff and I decided, you know what, I'll take a chance. And it's a much darker read than I thought it was. I just finished yesterday. I took my big copy of High Voltage, which is the last book in the Fever series from Karen Marie Monet. So I've been with Karen Marie Monet ever since I read her Highlander books all those years ago. So, you know, that's where I started with her. So Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. It's a really much darker read. I wasn't expecting it to be as dark as what it is. It's like so it's like really darker than I would have thought you could make a book like that. Mm-hmm. It's on sale, but I got it on Kindle because right now, you know, I'm moving and I'd rather have things in digital format. I'm very happy for you, Michelle, that you sold the house. That's wonderful. news, you know? Well, a lot of you don't see me use these pencils all that often because I don't. Yeah, now all you have to do is worry about getting rid of stuff, packing stuff up. Then where you're living next. You know, I was telling my brother, I'll be glad when this is done. When we're done selling the house and we're finally moved into a new house. I don't want to move again, but someone said to me, well, if you were to buy your own house, yeah, that won't happen until way after my mother's dead. And if I do buy a house, I'll probably buy a house with a rental income if that ever happens. I said to somebody because I haven't even packed everything yet because it's just too much to pack. I'm still going through my coloring books. I'm on a second pass of them. Remember that, guys. My first pass was just to see what I had and put everything in a spreadsheet. As far as the coloring books go. So for me, that's why it's important to finish books too, you know? This is bad if everything is down right now because I need to talk to my mother and I don't have my telephone right now. My phone is at work. I've actually reduced my supplies a lot. I gave away a lot of pencils throughout this year, so. But I'm just keeping my basic sets. So one of my basic sets. My Prismas I'm keeping, my Holbeins because I spent really, let me see what I have. Polychromos, Pablos, Lumis, Lyras, Holbeins, Prismas. That's just what's on up for here. And then I have a couple of other sets here, but not as much. So it's like and I've given away a lot too, so. Now, I've given a lot away to charity groups and women's groups, you know, and shelters too, because shelters really like, you know, what's funny is the old people's homes really like the coloring books. You know, I'm moving things like as fast as I can, and I'm going through things as fast as I can. And I finished 13 coloring books this year. I'm on the verge of finishing 14, maybe 15. Yeah, I have like only 2 more to do in that Sun Life drawing book. Yeah, I've already done 2 mandalas from it. You know what's funny? I wasn't even looking to do this book, and I was like going through the books, the hardcovers, and I'm like, oh, maybe Slavic Beauties. No, I don't want to color in that. Oh, maybe this one. And I go, no, that doesn't appeal to me today. And then I saw Sagnor, and I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't colored in this book for a while. This book needs to be colored in, I thought to myself. You know, sometimes books need to be done. This is one book that I'm not getting rid of, actually. If I ever finish this book, I'm not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it because it was so much money to get. Number one, it was, when I got it, it was really popular. Number two, this book is out of print. You can't even get this book anymore. I mean, you probably could if you really digged for it and you really wanted it. I think there are a few places still left that are selling a copy, but it's a very high-end book now to get. Yeah, there are places that still sell it, but they're very high in price. Supply and demand. There are a few books I want that I haven't gotten yet. There are a lot of books I want, but I haven't gotten yet because, let's face it, I'm not going to have room. I'm going to have to pack them anyway. So I'm like, you know what? I'd rather wait to get books when I'm in the new place. Same thing for diamond paintings right now. I mean, in order for me to buy a new diamond painting, a big one from a big company, even a small one, it has to be something that's just beautiful and blows my mind away. Don't get me wrong, the paintings that they come out with from DAC, they're just stunning. I mean, I do some diamond painting too, Night Owl. And I always say to people, there's something I have that you want. Let me know. Maybe we can reach some kind of understanding. Like, so Misty's going to get her books a little later than everybody else, but they will come. I'm like, and plus, everything went up today price-wise, like by 50 cents. So, yeah, it seems like the AFMAT is the only thing that likes these pencils. Right, I know. Everybody's like, oh, leaves are boring. Leaves are not boring. They can be, but I always say, do what's comfortable for you. If you want a book, buy it. There are a lot of books I want, but doesn't mean I go out and buy everything. Like, I really do like the new Color book from the Halloween one. I really want that book, but I'm going to wait to get it because I'm like, there's some things that I'm like, no, I got to be good. I got to be careful with how the money is spent too. I can't keep buying pens and waxes and things like that. And I've come to the realization that I might not be able to get Laura's Wee Wax anymore because she always drops in when I'm working, and I'm like, it's too hard for me to keep trying to remember to get everything at 12 p.m. I have plenty of Wee Wax. I have plenty of other waxes from her. Doesn't mean that I don't value the product. It's for just right now. It's not feasible for me to try and get it when I'm trying to get other things done. Plus, now that I have to do these two things with the dentist, I'm like, oh, there goes my little nest egg. Not totally, but it will be. I am working. I am bringing money in, but it doesn't mean let's go spend everything like that. It's one reason why you haven't been seeing, oh, look, Grace has tremendous hauls. I'm thinking orange here and then yellow for the outer. It's like you have to balance things in life. I was hoping my new Color in Heaven would come and my new Sarah Richter. But I found out, guys, if you are interested in the Sarah Richter Dunkin' bun, consider try if you really, really like those pictures, buy the book. But Most of the pictures that are in the Dunkin' book are in her last few Color in Heavens ones that she has done. Yeah, a lot of them are the same images in the Color in Heaven magazine. So just keep that in mind. If you can't afford it, you might be able to get them in the Color in Heaven magazines. Now, one of my friends was like upset because she goes, I can't stand the Black Widow pencils. And I go, what's wrong with them? They're terrible. She goes, I go, I don't find them terrible. I actually like them. She goes, well, that's because you know how to use them. I've been trying to use these pencils for months and I can't get them to work right. And I'm like, did you sharpen them? Did you try this? Did you try that? You know, it could be the paper you're using too. You know, sometimes books, papers influence how a pencil will work on them. Seriously, how a pencil works sometimes is influenced by the paper. You know, I really like the paper in these books. The new Color in Heaven, it should be out now. The new Color in Heaven special. I ordered it because I'm no longer on subscription, but in my opinion, it was well worth the money because I saw a flip through of it and it's really nice. The new Color in Heaven one. It has some illustrators that I've never heard of in there. Guys, I'm just seeing if there's any. See, this is what I don't like when they put the image right next to the end of the, right near the spine. Hate when they do that with the image. Oh, thank you. I got it as a gel manicure last week. Paid a little bit more for gel. Honest to God, and the gel pens are worth it. Like if these were normal, if I had gotten a normal manicure, Michelle, these would have already been chipped and not as pretty. No, I'm serious. Orange. I normally don't do gel. I've never done gel until now. And I think that the price was worth the gel. I got a regular pedicure, but I think the next time I get my nails done, I'll be gel manicure and pedicure. It's because when you do gel, everything is faster, everything is easier. And remember, we still have to figure out what we're going to color the flowers too. I thought this would be a nice thing to do, a nice exercise for me to do. Something that's a little different for me, you know. I was thinking Tales from the Forest Kingdom too. That was an issue. I know, right? It's like, so many things you need. Yeah, I'm missing anything that's going on in Facebook, and I don't like when I miss things because that's where you get all your pen drops or your special little goodies that come from people. That's where I get a lot of my news too. I'm like, I just don't like when everything is down. It's very frustrating. So I feel your pain, Miss Robin. Okay, what color should we make the flowers? No, I get what you're saying, Robin. I really do. It's like, what is the point of me doing this work if I can't even get through to the platforms that I need to promote it on? And guys, I'm just seeing what colors are there. You're too light. That's a better color. Number 16. And that's going to make a clash. And that's a nice purple. I'm like really happy that everything is coming together now. And the point of me using these pencils is so I can use them up, you know. I want to use them up as much as I humanly can use them up. Because I'm probably not going to take these with me. You know, you have to make decisions on what you want to keep, what you don't want to keep. And I'm seriously thinking about getting the breath runners, the 520, but I have to wait until after I'm settled in LA and, I have a new job and everything. Also, when I go to LA, I'm going to need new doctors, doctors who don't know my history. So these are real things. Do you really like the 520? Because I've heard some people say they love them. Some people say, oh, oh, I don't like them. They don't color well. It was like when Kahlua went to 240, people all of a sudden were like, like they went from 180 to 240. I was like, no, I'll keep my 180 right now. I'm happy with my 180 cents. I don't need 240. I have enough pencils. Where do you find a 520 case that's big enough for 520? And, my mother had said, oh, we're going to each get our own desk. I'm like, God, Jesus. My reaction to that is like, okay, whatever. So because I'm like, I can't. Because what my mother needs in a desk is not what I need in a desk, No, I have ideas about what I notice. I know you said cases. It's like, what can we do today to make life fun? You noticed that I didn't do a mandala today, that I didn't do a person today. Today, I decided to do something that was a little bit more nature based and not Halloween or autumn. You guys almost got. I do want my own desk, but here's the thing: mommy has specific ideas of what she wants to do with her desk. How did Lisa find a case big enough? See, but I also, when I get the new desk, I have like 3 ideas what I want. I want one that has like an easel kind of thing so I could put my diamond paints and stuff there. I also want a desk that's big enough where I could do a diamond painting on there and do it like that. Like kind of like what they have for the Dream Box, but not exactly like that, but big enough where I could put my computer and do a workspace and do a crafting space and all that stuff. The Dream Box would be perfect for me, but that thing is like almost when you put all the add-ons and stuff like that. What she doesn't like with neons. Someone said they had a case that held up to 300. So they bought another set. They bought another the same case so they could have it in both cases. Oh lordy! I think I watched Lisa a lot actually. You notice the last two have been all pencils. What do you have? 250 cases, 260 cases, or do you have them in like 300 cases? We got Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm looking forward. Thank you. I thought it was different. 260s. I thought it would be different, something for like with the colors, you know? It doesn't always have to be bright, vivid colors or dark, sad colors. Or there's some similar colors, like similar color families, if that's. But you know, the other thing I want to do in my one of the things I'm also looking at is a marker copy. You know, there are things that I want on a desk, but I'm not going to get them all on a desk because that might be a little asking too much. That's good. Thank you. I wasn't expecting a sneeze. Yeah, it was my mother who suggested that I put all my spare change from the week into a bottle like this. This is over the last few weeks what I've got in spare change. So I keep all my spare change there. You know, and it was so funny at the dentist what the girl said to me. Oh, your mother has worse teeth than you. And I'm like, oh God. You know, I was like, But you know, I made a joke back saying, well, my mother's a lot older than me, you know. You can't compare her teeth to my teeth. That's not working. I have to clean this out. I have to go downstairs and clean this out of some of those. Yeah, and then you can make them, eventually put them into rolls. I'm sure she did. These are always all those really pretty swatches. Afmet. I already have some change wrapped up, but that was before I was doing the change though, you know. But you know, now they want you to wrap the change up and bring it to them as wrapped change. So what I do is I bring it to my bank and I just wrap it and then I put it in and deposit it. That was what I was doing before I did the change jar. So when the jar is full, I'll wrap it again. I think the highest I ever got out of the colored out of a jar like this was $300, and that actually paid for half my root canal 1 year. Yeah, paid for half my root canal 1 year. Yeah, a lot of people seem to really like the breath furnace. I've been seeing people do really beautiful work with the breath furnace. And if you're wondering, I have little stickies here from last month that I took out of last month's books. I know, right? I like to do. It's my mother's idea to put all the change in there, rather than it just me carrying it around. And you know, sometimes I'm like carrying my purse, and I'm going, "Why is my purse so heavy?" And then I realize it's from all the change. That's good to know that they're smooth. This is the only thing I don't like about pencils is that you have to sharpen them every once in a while, or a lot, depending on how much you're using of the pencil. You know. No, I never thought I would leave this place. You know, I never thought in a million years I would have to move for like the fourth time in my life. Now, when I was a kid, I lived in Sunset. When I was a very, very young little kid, I moved in there. Then we moved to Gatlin Place. Then we moved to my grandfather's house. Um, then we moved here. So, you know, where I grew up as a kid was my grandmother's house in Sunset Park. Then we moved to another place in Bay Ridge. Then we moved again to my grandfather's place. So So, you know, it's like anything else, you know, you get I've always lived in New York City, except for when I went away to school. You know, when I went away to school, it was just bring what I needed up there to live. Uh, where did I live? Went to Newports, went to Oswego, went to Oswego, then Newports. You know, I've been a few places upstate too, so it's not like I. company. Not everybody is like you. How's your vacation? My vacation was good. I haven't seen my family. I've always lived in New York City, you know. I've lived in upstate too when I went to college, so you know, different things happen. College was an interesting experience for me. You know, I got to meet a lot of unique people. You know, there's some things that I got to meet a tremendous amount of unique individuals. You know, I met people from very different cultures. I met a lot of very unique people when I went to college. So I got to learn a lot about different cultures. No, I made a joke to my mom. My brother likes living in LA because in Los Angeles because it's nice, it's warm, it's hot. No, I sent my brother $100 to for my niece's birthday. So I gave my nieces $100. Both of them, because both of them had birthdays, so $50 each. So, hello, Cindy. We're coming near the end. We're coming from Sagor today with Muji pencils. They don't make these. It was funny because yesterday was hot. Today is cold and rainy. So I'm like, what is this? The never-ending changing weather? You don't know how to dress for the weather. I don't think I need anything else, you know. But then I also got to decide what I'm going to do with these things in here. Now, if anybody's really curious, these are calligraphy inks, and I use them for my pen, for my ink pen, and I have no idea if I'm going to get rid of them because the ink and the glass, and I'm really afraid they're going to break. I think we have now finished this picture. So these are the Mujis. So these are all the Mujis we used in it. Yes, these are Muji pencils. No problem. You asked for the mermaids too. Wrap them in bubble wrap. Okay. Even though I don't use them very much, I spent a lot of money on them. Oh, like my pens. So, yeah, and I didn't wait forever for the mail. I got the young one. The young one came today. Someone goes, "What do you mean the young one?" We have 3 mailmen. Okay, we have 3 mail people here in my office, in my building. There's the old one who's really fast when he comes. Like he comes really late though, but he works really faster than any of them. And I have the young man who comes, but he always comes early. And then we have the woman who comes like if she comes, then she comes like not at the same time the old man does, but not as early as the young one does. And she's really slow with putting the mail away. So it's funny because the old man is the fastest. So this we did with all Muji pencils. So we did this with Sagor. So we started a bit earlier than normal. So this is the cover, if anybody's curious. So picking these folk fairy tale and folklore, if I'm trying to remember correctly. Well, so this is one we've done. Okay, I'll have to remember this all. So. Anyway, guys, so thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you have enjoyed this. This was a different stream. I know it's not my normal day, so tomorrow no stream because I'm working, and no stream on Wednesday because I'm working. Thursday there might be a stream. Friday I'm working, so no stream. So remember that. And if I say there will be a stream, there might be a stream, but there might not be a stream because I have people coming to look at the house. So if there's no stream that day, it's only because I have people coming into the house and I have to have the house be immaculate. So bye everybody.